I love this. I've not been asked this question yet.
What's up, MuchMusic? I'm Madison, and I'm here with Owen Riegling today.
And I'm here with Madison, and I'm doing great.
So I just wanted to say a little bit of a congratulations because you just announced your first North American headlining tour.
I did.
And then you've got your album, In the Feeling, coming out April 17th. How are you feeling?
I'm just feeling excited and excited. I think the word is just excited.
Excited?
Like it's been a lot of anticipation, I guess, and like it's taken a little bit to, an album is a big project, and there's a lot of people behind it, and a lot of things have to line up for it to happen. And it's happening. Now we got vinyls and CDs, and it's like real. So, I mean, yeah, just excited. And the tour, I'll get to go out and hit the road and play these new songs for people. So that's exciting because I get to change the set list,
Yes.
add some new songs in there.
You did mention that, you get to play this new set list. How are you feeling about performing that in front of the crowd? These new songs, chanting them back. How are you feeling about that?
The thing about live music and music in general as an artist is like you kind of play the same stuff. You play the stuff that you've put out there, and it's like that's what you get to play. So it's like for me, I've played these songs a million times, but for people out there, they may have just it's their first time seeing me, so it's like a fresh thing. So you always got to bring that energy into the show. But now it's like new music is new to me too. So now I'm kind of experiencing it for the first time with them, and that's just such a cool process. I just hope I don't mess up the words, and I mean I probably will, but I'm like notorious for I'll just say the wrong thing. There's a running joke in my band because I mess up the words so often, and then I'll just start singing like random words, and I'll just make something up on the fly, and everybody will just like be in the talkback mic on stage just making fun of me and throwing me off. But definitely gonna mess up the words though if you come to a show.
Do you have a story where you messed up the words so badly, like there was no recovery, or you've been able to recover each time?
Oh, there's been plenty of times where it's like, disaster and no recovery. But then I'll usually just stop singing, and I'll just start talking to the crowd like, yeah, what's up, everybody? And nobody even notices. But yeah, there was one time recently I was singing Moonshine's first sentence of the show, totally messed it up, like saying the complete wrong line, and then that messed up the whole verse for me, and the whole band's just looking at me like, what's going on? And I didn't know what was going on, and I was thrown off in my own head, but we got through it. I don't think anybody noticed too much, so it was fine.
Well, that's perfect. Now we know if you stop singing, you start talking to the crowd, we know what happened.
Yeah, exactly. If I just randomly stop and start shouting and, making a fool of myself, then you know that I don't remember the words. And help me out if you guys know them.
Sing them along.
Yeah.
Now, with this new album, I want to talk a little bit about the album cover. Can you, tell me a little bit about the inspiration behind that?
I love this. I've not been asked this question yet, and let me go way back. I had these songs, obviously, and we're trying to figure out visually what does this album represent. So I got my Pinterest out, and I was just like going through all these different landscapes and hotels and different vibes and whatever, all these different scenes, and I went to Walgreens and printed out all these pictures and got these boards, which is like, like the science fair kind of like poster board stuff where they fold out. And I had pasted them all. I had like 12 different boards around our apartment. We just kind of sat back and looked at it, and this road trip came to mind. It was like, this album is a road trip. You can just see like how it all comes together. We got a 28-foot RV, and we drove across the country in that thing. We were just driving along, and we looked to our right, and there's this huge sign in the middle of the desert. It said, "The End of the World." And we drove by it, and we're like, wait, should we turn around and go back to that? And we're like, yeah. So we turned back, got out of the RV, walked out like pretty far to this huge sign that said "The End of the World." And then we just took a bunch of pictures and kind of explored it and whatever. And it was actually a Polaroid that we took. So we had this like physical Polaroid. And just going through all the pictures from the trip, that was the one that kind of seemed like it just had a vibe to it. So my buddy Connor did his magic, and he changed it from "The End of the World" to "In the Feeling," and it's me just kind of walking up to that sign. So it was just kind of like a random moment on the road trip.
Why do you think you felt such a connection to that sign? Like, what made you turn around to go back to it?
It's a strange, eerie thing to be driving in the middle of like a desert. Like there's tumbleweeds going across the road. There's nobody out there, and then you see this sign. It was just like a weird thing. It felt like it was the end of the world. We just had to stop. I don't know. It was calling us to go check it out.
You to go back. Well, I'm glad you did because
it
is a sick album cover, and I looked at it and I was like, that is something that I would have on my Pinterest board. Honestly.
Let's go.
Like the photos there, I loved it. So you've played multiple venues, big and small. Do you think that there's a venue that you have a specific connection with, and why?
I started playing in bars, so going back to my album in my hometown, there's a bar called Harley's Pub and Perk, and every time I go in there, it's like a flashback to when I was just learning how to do this. So I mean, that's one that I love, and I actually got my platinum record for Old Dirt Roads is hanging on the wall in the bar. They have like a glass case with a bunch of pictures, and I got a sandwich on the menu there. And
Can we go back to the sandwich you have there? Like,
yeah.
What is this sandwich?
It's called the Corner Bar Sandwich.
Okay.
And it's a chicken sandwich with pickles, and it's like a Nashville hot chicken sandwich, and it's cool. Yeah, go check it out.
Is that your order? Is that why?
Actually, they just made the sandwich, and they're like, "Are you cool if like this is your sandwich?" And I said, "Yeah, damn right." And it's good. So
Sounds good. I'd order it.
yeah, you should try it.
Now, you have mentioned in the past that you're not trying to be anyone other than yourself. How do you stay original and true to yourself, especially because you've been spending so much time away from home?
I'm growing. I'm learning away from my hometown, and it's taken a little bit to figure it out. And it's just a crazy world that I'm living in now, where they basically just grabbed me from this little place, and this guy who doesn't know anything about the world, and just like threw me on an airplane, and I've just been all over the place now, and had to just kind of just try to swim, try to keep my head above water a little bit. But now I feel like I'm on the other side of that, where I'm learning, and I've started to learn how to be myself outside of where I grew up. And there's a song called Anything But Me on the album that kind of tells that story arc of this kid, not knowing where he fits in, and not seeing a path necessarily for myself, and looking at other people and seeing them have their whole lives figured out. Everybody seemed like they knew what they were doing, and I was just floating around until I found a guitar. And that guitar was something that I leaned on a lot, just writing songs in my bedroom. And I was just so hyper-focused on music for years. It's been like, over 10 years of that. And I've just been chasing that and chasing that. And no matter where I go, I always have the guitar. I always have the music to lean on. I find myself now, like, years into this, not really asking myself where I fit in or what I'm meant to do. I feel like I've figured it out a little bit.
Yeah.
And Anything But Me is a song that starts really small and quiet and grows and grows and grows and grows to the last word being, and these days I can't imagine trying to be anything but me. And it's like, boom, band kicks in, and it's an explosion, like I broke down all the walls. So it just is a ribbon on the album, and this journey of life and this road trip that I'm on, just trying to figure out who I am. So I would say it's still a learning process, but I'm getting closer every day.
Going on this journey, and you've kind of just talked about how there has been a lot of growth compared to like where you began. And you did, you previously won the Boots and Hearts Emerging Artist Showcase back in 2022. And I think that was like a big step for you. What would you tell someone that just entered that contest today?
Well, shout out Boots and Hearts, because Boots and Hearts is awesome. I was going to that festival for years before I ever entered in the contest. And I wanted to enter for years, and I tried making videos, but I felt like I wasn't ready yet. Like I remember making videos like 3 years before I even entered, and I just felt like I don't think it's good enough yet. I just don't feel. I think before you enter the contest, you should just try to like develop your skills and figure out who you are as an artist, and be so sure of yourself as an artist, and then go for it. Because if you get the chance to win that, I mean, it can be life-changing, and it was for me. That's how I got connected to my label, Universal Music, and I mean, everything changed for me after that. So,
what do you think made you so ready to submit?
I had played Thursday, Friday, Saturday night for like 6 years before I entered that in every little bar. I had been in front of tons of crowds. I grew like a grassroots fan base in my hometown, in my all of Bruce County, where at first there was 5 people coming out, and I probably sounded like crap, but eventually I figured out how to be in front of people, and I learned stage presence, and I learned how to talk between songs, and I started to see, like, all of a sudden, instead of 5 people and the bartender, it was like 300 people were at this bar, and it was completely at capacity. All of a sudden I was getting asked to do like fairs and stuff, and I was in front of 1,500 people. So I had been there in front of 1,500 people before I even entered the contest. And then, you get to play the show on the Thursday night at Boots and Hearts, and like, there's a crowd. But I'd been there before, so I felt like it was kind of comfortable.
That's perfect. I think that's all you can really ask for when you're playing for a crowd, is just like to feel comfortable and confident in yourself.
Yeah, and I'm a shy guy. Like, I was never the loud kid or the trying to be the class clown, or like I didn't like attention. I don't like to be like that dude, but I was just so comfortable holding a guitar, standing on stage, singing a song, and just feeling the music.
Do you think when you have your guitar, you almost have this alter ego of a person?
I don't think so. I think it's just an extension, because like when I'm at home, I'm holding the guitar, I'm playing music all the time, I'm writing music, and when I'm on stage, I mean, I have to be an entertainer when I'm on stage, so there's a part of me that flips a little bit, because generally I'm quiet. I like to be home. I'm not like a crazy big party person, whatever, but like when I'm at a show, people have paid money. They're there to have a great night. They want to experience something live. Even if you're feeling tired that day, you have to pull everything out of you and make sure that you give them their money's worth and put on a show. And there can be moments of, internal reflection on stage for me where it's like quiet and I'm feeling it like I'm in my bedroom. And there's other moments where I'm totally present in the room. I'm looking at people and I'm trying to bring that energy. So
now I do have a little game to play with you. I'm going to read you out country lyrics. Some of them are real, some of them are fake. You have to determine which ones are real, which ones are fake.
Okay.
All right. So this is gonna be the first one. When you're hot, and when you're not, you're not.
I don't know what that would. I don't know the song, so I'm gonna say that's fake.
That is real, and it's by Jerry Reed. When you're hot, you're hot.
Jerry Reed. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, Jerry. I'm gonna go listen to that song after this.
Okay. Madder than a hornet and an old Coke can.
That's definitely got to be real.
Yeah, it's real. Shut up and
I love
fish
that lyric. Shut up and fish.
by Maddie and Tay.
Let's go.
Let's go. I'm homesick for a place where there's one stop sign and a neighborhood dog.
I could see that being a real lyric. Is that real?
No.
It's not.
No.
Well, I'm gonna steal that line.
Hey, that was
Yeah.
from my head right there.
I like that. It sounds like a Noah Kahn song.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I'm in the wrong business.
Yeah, you should. Let's write a song.
Waitress calls the cops, says she saw it all, swears a giant alien has landed at the mall.
I'm gonna say. I feel like this is a trick, but I think that sounds like a lyric. Is that real?
Yeah, no, that's real.
Is that like, I know Dean Brody has a song about like aliens landing and stuff, but I don't think it's that song.
No, this one's Joe Diffie, Third Rock from the Sun.
Wait, what am I right now? 2 for 4?
I haven't been keeping track.
I don't know. I feel like I'm not doing great.
Maybe these other ones you'll do better. Okay. My ex-wife took the house, but joke's on her, the roof leaks.
I'm gonna say fake.
Yeah, you're right.
Nice.
You're right. Okay, what is that?
It could be a lyric though. Any of these could be lyrics.
They could be lyrics. I mean,
You can make a song out of anything.
I'm a white-breaded dreamer in a sourdough world, trying to win the heart of a keto-loving girl.
I don't want to be offensive, but I hope that's not a lyric.
No, it's not.
Okay.
I was like, this one's got to be obvious, but it was too good to
Okay.
say no. I was
Oh man, you never know. This is a hard game.
This train's run off the tracks. I can be a pane in the glass, more empty than half full.
Oh, that's a real lyric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know where it's from?
It's from Bud Light the Way.
Yes.
Let's go.
I was really hoping you were going to get that
Imagine
one.
I didn't get it. As soon as you said pain in the glass, I was like, yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Harv thought he had a weed eater loose in his Fruit of the Looms.
I'm gonna say not real.
That was real.
Is it?
The Mississippi Squirrel Revival by Ray Stevens.
Singing about Fruit of the Looms?
Fruit of the Looms. That's a
Little
crazy lyric.
product placement. That's cool.
I don't even know how you add that in there, but I mean.
Great underwear.
All right, well, thank you so much for being at MuchMusic. We loved having you, and I just wanted to say I wish you all the best lucks on your endeavor because you have so much going for you.
Thank you so much for having me. This is really cool. That was fun.